The upcoming Guardians film is still a bit away, but that hasn't stopped James Gunn from revealing some major updates that fans will get to see in it. In a recent interview, he detailed 3 interesting things that fans can note in the third Guardians of the Galaxy movie, and let's just say, they're super interesting. In today's video, we'll discuss them and a lot more. So, let's dive right in. First off, these details were revealed in an interview with comicbook.com. While talking with comicbook.com, Gunn revealed some major details from the upcoming Guardians movie. Interestingly enough, some of these have already made their way to fans through the holiday special, which came out recently. James detailed that fans wouldn't have to worry about not knowing what the Guardians were doing since the last movie. It's been quite a while since then, and we've seen them team up with Thor during their hiatus, but that's just the start of their adventures. Gunn gave us some clues as to the whereabouts of the Guardians, but did so smartly while keeping the spoilers to a minimum. He mentioned the name of the new ship that the Guardians would be embarking on their adventures. This will be called Bowie, and we think it'll look fantastic in the film. The director also mentioned that there is going to be a new team member who's joining the Guardians. This is a small space dog named Cosmo. He has telekinesis abilities, and people who have already seen the holiday special will have already gotten familiar with this cute little pup. Looks like the Guardians are going to have a lot more fun with Cosmo in the third film. Finally, Gunn also revealed the location where the Guardians will be when the movie starts. This is nowhere. It's where Quill last saw Gamora, so we think he might be out there looking for her.
When you're ugly and someone loves you, you know they love you for who you are.
Plus, the Guardians of the Galaxy special episode sets up the third movie. Gunn shared a lot of information in his recent interview, but the best part is that the holiday special has helped set up the upcoming Guardians film. This means you will have to watch it if you don't want to be confused when the third film comes out. Although, we're sure most fans have already watched the special episode because of how good it was. The holiday special includes a couple of details about the third movie. Gunn believed that it was necessary to reveal these details in the special episode because otherwise the start of the third movie would have felt very bloated and tiring. In this way, he almost used the holiday special as his Trojan horse. It allowed him to sneak in essential information which will be relevant in Volume 3. Most Marvel movies tend to take quite a bit of time to get started, and usually fans feel like the first thirds of these movies are the most disappointing. Adding in these details early on will help to make the movie have an appropriate pace throughout its duration. The third Guardians film is being set up as a conclusion, so we're sure it will have a lot of ground to cover. This is why Gunn probably felt the need to make it, so some groundwork had already been set up in the holiday special. Next, the conclusion to the Guardians franchise is going to be an emotional one. Goodbyes are always quite sad, but it seems that the Guardians franchise will have one of the saddest ones we've seen in the MCU. Gunn himself stated that the film would be super emotional, and we expect fans to bawl at most of the scenes. This shouldn't be surprising to hear, though. It's already been confirmed that the third Guardians movie will serve as a conclusion for the current Guardians of the Galaxy roster. While we might get to see some of the characters later on, we think this should be their final outing as a single team. That by itself will be pretty sad, but 1 or 2 of the team members may end up biting the dust. If we had to guess, Drax and Rocket Raccoon are high on the list of characters who might die in this movie. In a way, the sad tone of the third movie has made us appreciate the holiday special even more. It's nice to have a fun little cozy adventure with the gang before they all have to say goodbye to each other. Gunn even said shooting it felt like a bit of a recess. Fans have agreed. While we haven't seen the third Guardians movie yet, just hearing what Gunn and the cast have been saying about it, it feels like the holiday special was much needed. We should also mention the movie will give us the backstory of a vital team member. While the Guardians trilogy is ending, some characters will now be getting a deeper look into their backstory and past. Rocket Raccoon is one such character, and we think it's high time the Guardians films gave him some proper attention. The character has been a fan favorite for a long time, but despite this, we've never really learned much about his backstory and origin. This seems to be getting fixed with the third installment in the franchise, which will more prominently look into the origin story of Rocket Raccoon. While learning about his past, the movie will attempt to give him a proper conclusion. Because of all this, fans of the character will enjoy watching this movie. Hopefully, everyone's favorite trash panda will get an ending that fits his character and story arc. We're also thinking about how Volume 3 will develop the endings for the rest of the gang members. Rocket Raccoon is one of Gunn's favorite characters, not just from the Guardians of the Galaxy, but in general, and so we think he will be working hard to give him a proper conclusion. We also can't help but wonder which of the characters might return to the MCU. Even if they're not part of the current Guardians lineup, Peter and Gamora might have a future in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Easy to steal.
That's your defense?
Come on, you saw how that high priestess talked down to us. Now I'm teaching her a lesson.
Moving on, Disney Plus just spoiled Star-Lord's secret sister in the MCU. The Guardians Holiday Special has focused a lot on Drax and Mantis. Not just that, but the special episode has also revealed a very special bit of information about Peter Quill's secret sister in the MCU. In the special episode, Mantis and Drax go to Earth to find a gift that would be perfect for Quill. On their adventure to Earth, viewers learn a lot more about these Guardians, including the mysterious backstory of Mantis. Mantis was initially found by the Guardians when they were on Ego's planet. While she did help defeat Ego, we never really learned much about her. Later, Disney Plus ended up spoiling her backstory in a deleted scene between Mantis and Drax. Drax asked Mantis why she didn't tell Peter she was his sister. She answered that their only connection was the source of his greatest shame, and because of this, she felt it was better to keep things a secret. This deleted scene was added to the Marvel Studios Legends, probably to set up the reveal of Mantis being Star-Lord's sister, which we saw in the holiday special. This was the greatest Christmas gift for Peter, who was extremely happy to have a half-sister. It also makes their bond that much closer, since they're not just crewmates, but also family. It'll be interesting to see how their relationship is affected by this new dynamic in the third movie. Finally, how have fans reacted to this new reveal? As you'd expect, fans were crying out at the scene. Many took to Twitter and other social media platforms to share their thoughts on the heartwarming moment. A fan stated that the moment was unexpected but super sweet. They added that it also makes sense why Mantis wanted Peter to have such a good Christmas. In another tweet, a fan highlighted that they went through the trouble of kidnapping Kevin Bacon, but in the end, it was just Mantis' presence, which was the perfect gift for Peter. Many also thanked James Gunn for giving fans such an amazing treat. Others said they were even more excited to see what he's prepared for the third Guardians movie. Finally, in a tweet, a fan stated that Peter and Mantis are now their favorite sibling duo in the MCU. That's quite a tough competition, considering they've got the likes of Thor and Loki. But with just how sweet this moment was, we can't help but agree. That's a wrap for this video. What are your thoughts on James Gunn revealing these major things from the upcoming Guardians movie? Comment below, give this video a thumbs up, and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you at the next one.